Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So today I have a quick design to show you. This is on my nails. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to take my cuticle cleaning bit from Todak USA and I'm going to really get into my cuticle and sidewall area to remove all of the dead skin off the natural nail plate. You want to be really thorough when you're doing this. You want to be gentle. You don't want to hurt yourself or your client or whoever you're working on. Then I clean away the dust. I'm just going to nip away that little hangnail as well. Please do not go into nipping cuticles lightly unless you are fully trained and you know what you are doing. It's never really advised to clip away your skin. So after that, I dehydrated the nail with NSI Nail Pure Plus. And I am going in with my second coat of NSI Super Bond Primer right before acrylic application. So I'm taking a medium bead and I'm starting off at that join of the form and the nail, and I'm just going to build a thin structure out of Tones Glass Acrylic. I'm also using Tones monomer and my Alpha size 10 brush. So I'm just going to try and perfect that shape as much as possible. I do pinch also when that starts to set. This is my new mix. I haven't got a name for it. I just made a load of it up. It's like a turquoise mix with holographic turquoise and then just some hexes, turquoise hexes. And I'm just going to dip into my clear powder, but really wet, and I'm just going to apply it on the nail. I'm really sorry, my camera decided to stop recording. So then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go in and encapsulate that, because you don't want to fire it into your glitter. Again, you want to be really thorough when doing this. You don't want to have any product touching your skin or in your sidewall areas, so just make sure you're paying good attention, close attention to that. And I'm just going to do until I feel happy with the coverage and the shape and structure of the nail. I'm not making them too bulky, just keeping them nice and sweet. You want to try and work really well with your brush. You don't want to leave yourself with huge amounts of filing because it's a nightmare. So I just thought I needed a little bit extra around that stress area, so I just went ahead and applied a small bead and blended that into the existing acrylic I had already applied. And then once that starts to set, I will then pinch that nail again to give it that nice slender look. Okay, so now moving on to the index finger. What I'm doing here is I am applying again a small base structure of clear acrylic powder. Excuse me. And I'm just going to blend that down and really make a shape, like a structure. I suppose it's like building your own tip, like normally when you would have your tip stuck on to do your artwork on top of. This is kind of the same, but you're just building it yourself. If you find your brush getting a little bit dry whilst you're working, please just dip it into your monomer and then your brush should be more moist to work with. Here I'm taking some angel paper and I'm just cutting a random little diamondy kind of shape, and I'm just picking it up and I'm showing you where I'm going to place it onto the nail. After fiddling around, realising, well, I'm going to have to stick it down with something. So I went and what I did is I just took a tiny little wet bead of clear acrylic and then I just like brushed it on the nail, as you can see here. What's that going to do is just going to act like a glue, so I can stick that down so it stays in place for the rest of the work that I'm going to do. So once I'm happy with that, I then take a bead of clear and I'm just going to encapsulate that one bit of angel paper. What this allows us to do is to go over this now with any colour, and then we can file into that and it will really keep that. You can make like a window look, so it's gorgeous. So So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just capping that in clear, as you can see. Then what I did off camera, because it was too hard, just cut away the edges with that and then filed them into perfection. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply Tammy Taylor's Turquoise, and I'm just going to cover that entire nail with this. Because we've encapsulated that angel paper there, that will stay there even through when we're filing in. We can file into that clear and your angel paper is not going to get filed away. Also, it's not on the nail sticking out, sticking up, getting in the way, having air bubbles in your acrylic. It's just in the acrylic, encapsulated, it's not going anywhere. So that is why I have done that. I'm so sorry about this cough, it just doesn't want to go. So yeah, I'm just using quite, you know, like, I'm not using big dry beads. I don't want the nail to become super bulky, as it is going to be bulky anyway. It's going to look bulky until I've filed all that bulk off, because obviously we've encapsulated that angel paper. But what I'm doing is just really trying to ensure that the rest of the nail is covered with the turquoise, and I'm not having spots or patches where I'm going to file it away and then I'm going to have no angel paper and no turquoise, because that will not look good. So I'm just pushing the acrylic into the cuticle area, getting as close as I can, but try not to touch the skin, and just blending that into the rest of the nail. Okay, moving on to the ring finger now. What I did on the middle finger and the pinky is I just applied tones Cover Pink, and this is another mix that I just showed you a second ago. It's another one I've just thrown together. It's literally just like iridescent clear. There's nothing to it. I just wanted to add a little something extra onto this set, because I haven't had a nice arty set for a while, so I decided I was gonna go all out with this one. So yeah, again, same, because I just dipped in my normal size bead that I would go for a one ball method. I just dipped that bead into that glitter, and then I'm just forming the nail that way. Because it's not, there's not lots and lots and lots of glitter, I can get away with doing it that way. So once I was happy with that, I did then go ahead and perfect that shape with the clear powder, and I'm just showing you here now me filing onto that index finger. Obviously after all the acrylic had set, I went in and shaped the side walls and the free edge with my 100 grit file, and now I'm just going in with my tapered drill bit from Turquoise USA, and I'm just going to show you how I filed away that blue to get into the angel paper. So while we're just watching this get filed away, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has purchased their glitters and their balms. And I know there's been lots of emails showing me pictures of your nails and being tagged on Instagram, which is lovely. I love it. So thank you for all of you for your support. Also, if you do want to buy the turquoise or the iridescent mix, then just let me know. Yeah, so that's that. And yeah, so I should have probably just edited this because I'm a bit bored myself watching it now, but I just thought you would appreciate seeing the design come together once I'm filing away that blue. So then if you want to recreate that yourself, you know what you're doing and you know what to expect. So I just keep filing and filing and filing and filing and filing my life away until that shape is revealed. And then once obviously you've took off that bulk with your drill, you can go in and perfect all your shape and your cuticle area, and you get the gist of where I'm going with this, don't you guys? So you can really start to see it coming through now, and this is probably where I should have cut it off, but hey ho, you live and learn. I'm sure you all love listening to me dithering on. So yeah, once I'm happy with that, I'll then take my hand file, my 100 grit file from NSI, and I'll just perfect all that, the cuticle area. I'll go in my shapes, shape all the nails and buff all the nails. So now I'm showing you the nail has been filed and buffed. I'm just going to go in with some white acrylic paint and just really just draw up them lines, because it looked a bit plain, it was a little bit off centre. So I thought if I added some asymmetrical lines on there, it would look like is it Aztec? I don't know, you know, that sort of design where it's all a bit off, and then it wouldn't look so off, if that makes remotely any sense to anybody listening. But I thought it really gave the nail character, and I was really happy with how it came out. So I'm just drawing these lines with my striping brush and some paint, and then once I'm happy with that, I will go ahead and place some turquoise Swarovski crystals onto the middle finger using NSI Polybond glue. And then what I did as well, but I didn't show it on camera, is I put a few crystal, I put the turquoise and some crystal AB Swarovskis and some blue little ball things onto the ring finger to give that a little bit of character as well. So I wanted the whole design to kind of fit in together without going OTT. So I'm just going to show you me putting on my top coat. I'm still using the Tones Max Coat. It is just to die for, love it to pieces. It's not thick, gloopy, I've said it all before. That is the index finger now, and you can see that design really coming out once you've applied that top coat to that. And what I did is I just placed a little bit underneath as well, because you could see that clear patch, so I wanted that to be really shiny. Be careful once you're going around your Swarovskis that you do not go over them, because you will lose the cut in your crystal, which then obviously you'll lose your shine. So that's the ring finger there, that's the glitter, and there are the crystals. And then again, because it was a clear nail, I'm also putting the top coat on the underneath, so it's really clear, and I'm just showing you the crystals that I'd applied. And then once I was done with that, I popped the hands in the lamp for 60 seconds in my LED lamp, and that is the finished design done. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye!